Hello, my name is Luis Manta, and this is my ITM Block 3 video. Due to the rapid growth of technology our world is facing, many opportunities and the problems we have not been experienced before. In this presentation, I will explain what job opportunities are coming along in IT. I will talk about the changes in information security. And finally, I will talk about the very shady world of ethics in IT. One could write a book on how many job opportunities there are in IT. The thing about information technology is that it is always growing and changing, so the job opportunities are endless. Now that technology is being incorporated into every aspect of our lives through the Internet of Things, the job market for those qualified for IT will be extraordinary. With the expanding of the Internet of Things and adding into our daily routines, it is going to allow for a lot of jobs and a lot of access because people are using technology for everything. Uh, I'm just going to talk about some jobs in IT now. Um, as you can see here in the picture, there's like a graphic design, a technician, a help desk. So these are all sorts of things that you think about when it comes to IT, people who work straight with computers, customer service agents. But there are also different sorts of jobs. Anyone that is now working around a computer is technically in an IT job. Uh, Two jobs I'm going to talk about that are specifically having to do with IT are software engineers. Software engineers are people who write the software for these big companies and they critique it and make these programs better. A systems analysis is one who finds business problems and designs the information to fix the problem. So this is something that a lot of people are probably into. These systems analysis are people who go into the business world, find a problem in their IT sector, and try and solve it um, with technology. The business world is growing with technological jobs, and I feel like that's going to be the big jump because of the Internet of Things and how many things we're going to need to be using. Information security is a term that encompasses all security in IT. There are two parts to information security. The first one I will talk about is IT security. This has to do with the hardware, so it has to do with physical things being stolen, i.e. computers, phones, things of that nature. Nowadays, companies worry more about their employees taking these things rather than people coming in and stealing them. It's kind of hard to steal hardware. This actually happens more on a personal level. So companies like Apple are being innovative and have created something like Find My iPhone, where you can report your iPhone stolen, it'll shut it off, and it'll tell the authorities exactly where the device is. Apple puts this on their computers as well, and that's a neat little app. I'm pretty sure Android and other companies are starting to do this as well. The second part I want to talk about is eternal security. So this is the one that affects businesses much more, so it has to do with their secrets and their plans. A lot of IT companies don't have factories and things in certain countries because it's a lot easier to take that information and they're worried about piracy. Um, this happens a lot where uh, copyright rules aren't strictly enforced, so countries such as China and other places where uh, information is just leaked. On a personal level, identity theft and credit cards get stolen all the time. Um, a company called LifeLock makes sure that your social security number and your identity don't get stolen. So things like this are popping up in order to ensure your protection so that people don't, one, use your credit card, and two, take your identity. Um, Malware is something that protects your computer from hackers and things of that nature, and that's been around for a while. They're constantly developing that with every new burst of technology. Another problem that people are starting to have, even though it's not, it seems like it's happening a lot, but it's not, are people stealing things from the cloud. And there was a recent picture scandal with a couple celebrities where a hacker got into their cloud and took those pictures. out of it. That doesn't happen very often, and actually the cloud is very protected, but this is an issue happening in daily lives that is probably going to need to be addressed. Ethics in IT is a highly speculative topic. Um, it's growing so fast that people are having a hard time keeping up with it. Plus, it's new. The internet's only been around for 20 to 30 years, so it's it's become quite difficult for us uh, as a society to keep up with what's right and what's wrong in the internet. One of the big things that's come up is the internet a basic human right? I know that a lot of kids in school are using the internet, and if someone doesn't have access to the internet, they're automatically at a disadvantage. So a lot of people are stating now that the internet should be a basic human right that everyone has access to. Another big problem that a lot of people don't realize is that companies are basically using you to make money without your knowledge. A lot of social networking sites and search engines are selling the information that you type in and selling it to other companies so that the advertisements are personalized to you and so that companies can, everything's personalized. Uh, they do this without asking your permission. Technically, they ask your permission in the long agreement they put out and ask you to press agree on before you do anything. But this is something that a lot of people have complained about, and it's probably something that in the near future is going to be a big discussion. The other problem is social networking sites like Facebook. When you accept their terms and conditions, they own everything you post. So technically, you don't own it anymore. Facebook owns it. And once you delete your post, Facebook still has access to the post that you deleted. Uh, Places like some companies are changing that, like Google. Anything you post on Google now is your right, and Google doesn't own any of it. Um, you're seeing businesses switch to Google's devices rather than use social networking sites like Facebook because of this. Um, Maybe there'll be a change with popular popular use. I think it's a good idea. I think it's kind of I think people need to be educated on things like this so that their own personal information doesn't get stolen. I hope to have made the understanding of technology easier for everyone watching this after exploring what kind of jobs are available in the IT sector, how information security works, and covering the ever-changing worlds of ethics and IT. And I encourage people to become educated on the things they use on the internet and not to get taken advantage of. Thank you very much.